So welcome back to a brand new episode of Walkin Talkin with Tim.
Brand new.
Brand new. So today's guest, as you can see, is my good friend and buddy, Ryan Harbinson. And you guys may recognize us because we're the Blue Coat guys.
AKA, right?
AKA the Blue Coat guys from United Way Telethon. We're the Blue Coat guys from the Marquee Awards.
Which are coming back, right?
Which are coming back
Coming
for the Woodbury Chamber of Commerce,
Yep.
Absolutely. And watch out for that grate
yeah,
there. I don't
watch
want you
out.
falling in. So, and Brian is actually, he works for Clearbridge Branding Agency. So he is a public relations and marketing and advertising, basically an expert, you know? So he's been doing it for a long time. As you all know, he's well branded himself, as you all know. So that's pretty much the deal. So what I wanted to ask Ryan today in my walking and talking with Ryan was this. Look, you know, we're post-pandemic, things have changed. We talked about that in a lot of these conversations, but you know, the market has changed. The dynamic for public relations and marketing has changed. So the not only has the footprint changed for people, but getting their story out in a different way and using different mediums. What would you tell, you know, the average, and I probably in this case, small business, because
right.
they're having the hardest time, you know, keeping things afloat and coming back. What would your advice to them be to get their story and their content out there?
Well, we say it all the time, right? So, like, I think part of it is understanding, first off, really, who's your audience, right? Where does that audience live? Who are they? And what platforms are they on? I mean, today we have so many things that you can be on with Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and Snapchat and Reddit and Twitter and Tumblr, and the list just goes
Almost
on
too much.
and on and on. I mean, and what happens is that people open up too many accounts,
Right.
and you only see content being created on certain accounts. So I would say the first thing is to kind of do a deep dive on your brand itself. Find out what works for you, what platforms you really have time for. I mean, we all know how fast a day turns into a month, right? So
Yep.
I would say focus on 2 to 3 platforms, tell your story, and remember that people on social want to know about you, right? It's the culture content that always does better than the corporate content, right? Hey, did you know that we have the best deals and rates have never been lower? And you're gonna get like 5 likes on that. But if you're like, hey, check this out, we just got this new thing in, we're really excited to show all this off, or hey, Steve's been here for 25 years now, super awesome, or hey, it's Kathy's birthday, happy birthday to you.
So what platforms
That
do
kind
you
of stuff.
recommend? What would your, if you were talking to a small business owner or maybe even somebody who's a proprietor
Yeah.
all by themselves, how would you tell them? Some folks don't even know how to start an account. They don't even know how to make a post. So do they come to you for that? You know, and obviously the small
Sure.
to mid-sized businesses and even larger businesses and corporations come to you guys, but you know, I mean, right now people are struggling.
So I mean, for us, we really are here to create a campaign and a strategy for your business, right? So the majority of our clients are at least a year, because what we're doing is we're doing phase-based, you know, approach to kind of tell that story across multiple platforms, to like engage those people that you're trying to get in front of and really create a campaign that's consistent. You know, the same story that you see on the television is the same thing that you see on the radio, it's the same thing you see on billboards, it's the same thing in social. Right?
I was waiting for Oscar to pop out that trash can back
Like
there.
trash on the ground. But, and I think part of it too is understanding if you're going to do it yourself is to know what makes sense. So obviously Facebook is a great way to start. Instagram is also really good too.
Instagram's quick.
Instagram is
People
quick.
like Instagram because it's click, 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 click.
And LinkedIn is a great way to go to, but you have to know that the audience is different on every platform. So I use this all the time, right? Let's say I go to a restaurant and I know the owners of the restaurant. The content that I'm putting out on those platforms is a different story because of the audience that's available. So for LinkedIn, I probably take a picture with the owners, right? Hey, great time with all these people, right? Facebook, I'm gonna take a selfie with the table and tag all those people and be like, had a great dinner, best gnocchis I ever had.
Because it was
right?
a great dinner.
It was, right? We did have a
And
good
it's
time.
and it's important to be genuine on these things too. You know,
Correct.
don't just post it because you think you need to post a picture, because I think that is a waste of time.
Yeah, and then if we're gonna do Instagram, I'm gonna take a picture of my food, right? Or the ambiance of the restaurant itself. But I'm always gonna tag those people that are involved in the picture. I'm always gonna tag the restaurant and the host, and I'm gonna use relevant hashtags that are unique to the actual post itself.
Talk a little bit about hashtags.
Sure.
Because I bet you a whole lot of people don't even understand the whole point.
So a hashtag is nothing more than the ability to search within a social media to find people that are utilizing the same hashtags. And what that really allows you to do is things I say all the time, right? Content is king, engagement is queen, right? So the hashtag ability is a great way and an organic way for business owners or salespeople or people that are trying to, expand their reach either into industries they're trying to be a part of or topics they want to be a part of to get involved in the conversation, right? You look it up, it's a great strategy. It's called the $80 strategy. The great Gary V, right? So it's 90 posts a day. And what that is it's 10 hashtags, 9 posts under those hashtags, and getting involved in the conversation. As I always say, like, comment, share, or all the above.
And developing your own hashtag is not a bad idea either.
Correct. I mean, developing your own hashtag is a great way for people to find you once you kind of get more relevant in an industry. But at the same time, you can't be obsessed with the amount of likes that you get, with the amount of comments that you get, because what happens is it's the slow mentality, right? The patience over greed.
They're going to see you anyway.
It comes over time. And what happens is that more people will find you out, they'll look up your content, and then they'll find your back catalogs. Think about how many podcasts that you find out and you listen to, and they're up to episode
if you're not,
160, and you're like, I'm going to start from 1.
If you're not getting likes and engagements and comments, doesn't mean people aren't watching, doesn't mean people aren't noticing.
Correct.
Just means you haven't kind of caught on to you yet. And once you find your niche and it's something that people are interested in as far as content goes, the engagement will just take on a life of its own.
Agreed. And I think part of it too is that we have this classic analysis by paralysis, right? And people overthink their content so much that they don't create content at all. And that is going to hurt your business in the long run. And if you have a hard time creating content, or you're just like, I don't like to be in front of the camera, remember, Barstool Sports on Instagram and all these other guys out there
are the biggest.
They're the biggest, and guess what? They're sharing other people's content.
And not only is it sharing other people's content, it's kind of, some of the stuff is a little ridiculous.
And they're helping people go viral. So every morning when you wake up, you have a handful of opportunities to go on the sites that you go on, right? Are going to either be relevant to things that you like, industries you're trying to be a part of, or the industries that you're in. Share that content as your own and help be a leader in that industry to bring in more content. More followers.
There was a fly on the screen. I was chasing. Anyway.
But that's where I would start. I mean, and remember, what we do is we help push out that corporate content, right? To get the message in front of the right people, to tell the right stories. And we work with marketing departments to help create, and they do that culture content while we're in the background doing kind of the best in show and really filling up that pipeline, telling the message, getting the audience to know who you are and what you do best.
And there you have it. And you have it from one of the best.
I try.
Yeah, you try. Exactly. No worries. Listen, everybody, thanks again for watching. We appreciate you guys following along, walking and talking with Tim. And we will see you on the next Walkin Talkin with Tim. So from me and Ryan,
remember, hashtag
Ryan and I, hashtag
Where's Harb?
Where's Harb? We'll catch you next time.
See you guys. Thanks.
See ya.
Be safe.